All right, all right. As you can see, I am live, and I am here with the one and only himself, the horror boy.
What's up, guys? How we doing out there? This lovely season.
Yeah, this is the first stream I think I've ever done with my face, and the fact is, like, I got him from his house. Like he's not in my house; he's at his house.
Technically speaking, you could invite everybody if you wanted to, but um, they can join from their phones or anything. But I
True,
love
but you know that me and you got the sauce, and me and
we
you
got the
got
sauce.
me and you were the this. Let's be honest. Most of the people have came from you, so they probably see you or see me. But anyway, how's it been going with the new Beast Slayer shirt? I see.
It's been going great, man. I've been really excited for WrestleMania. I'm really hyped. I've been watching all the older WWE stuff. Honestly, I've been getting kind of an itch for wrestling again. I really went back and rock with the classic stuff.
That's good. I'm glad you're getting that itch back. I'm glad you're enjoying it again, and I'm glad that you're excited for Mania. Um, I'm excited for it too. I am sad that there's not going to be any crowds. Let's talk about this virus thing first. What's your thoughts on this stuff, man?
It's crazy. I just hope that everything's gonna be okay. Uh, it's just crazy. I've never been through something like this before, and it's kind of funny because where I work at, we're really essential to where we live. So I gotta have this special pass whenever I leave the house, and I gotta show people, hey, I know I'm allowed to be out here. So it's pretty cool.
Right.
The good thing is that I'll have work probably through this whole thing, so that's the good thing. But
Yeah, that's the good thing because
from
you
the
guys are
you can't
doing
go do anything. You can't go do
yeah
anything right now.
yeah you guys do FedEx like you FedEx and you guys are doing like cool stuff. I see like you guys have been getting a lot of medical stuff.
Yeah, like the toilet paper, hand sanitizer, wet wipes, stuff like that. A lot of that lately. So
You
and
probably seen my package. One of y'all did, hopefully, because it went through FedEx. But the unlikeliness, and another reason why I am doing Facecam is to unveil something that I have gotten in the mail today. He's seen it. Everyone in the chat has seen it. So here it is. It's this lovely, lovely replica belt of the WWE Championship, and it's I got this on sale for $70 from Ringside. That's the place to get some stuff. If I were to ever get sponsored, I hope it would be by Ringside because Ringside, man, they're a good company, man. I love that company. Like, yeah, you get like maybe a figure here and there that's like maybe broken or something's up with it, but most of the time when you get something from Ringside, it's top quality. It's everything. And this belt also shows it.
yeah, it looks great, man. Looks awesome. I'm jealous. I've only had the
But yeah,
plastic belts.
I know. I'm like
Does it feel
this.
different than the other ones?
Oh yeah, it's thicker and it's heavier. Like when this stuff ends, or if like somehow you can come over, you can hold it, and it's got weight to it, but it's not like, oh my god, I'm gonna drop it. It's like, oh yeah, you gotta like hold it. But the
Yeah.
sad thing is, it still don't fit my waist.
Oh, really?
Nothing will fit my waist. I need to lose pounds.
I think the only belt that would really fit our waist would be the old World Championship, the older one, because the strap on that thing was like
Oh,
long, dude.
that's another belt I'm gonna try to get. Is probably I want to get two more replica belts, maybe three. I want to get the spinner. I want to get the world. I kind of want the United Kingdom. I really like that belt a lot.
Yeah, they made that look good. See, it's funny how NXT UK made that belt could look cool because it's the same belt as the World Championship, but it just looks so good the way they did it. Like they did it the right way, you know.
They did. But I'm never gonna get a universal belt. That's for sure.
I had an opportunity to get one. I don't know if it's still there or not, but somebody was gonna get another replica, and they was like, if I wanted the other one, I could get it, but I don't know if that's gonna go through or not. But it's the blue one, so
At least it's the blue one, the better one.
mm-hmm.
But yeah, this virus thing. I don't know who. I don't know where everyone lives. Like, I don't know who watches this, but just stay safe out there, guys. Like, just if your government is saying stay inside, just stay inside. Like, just it's the best way to fight it. Like, just stay inside. Don't go around a lot of people. Like, obviously, if you have to go out, you have to go out. You have to get groceries. You got to get food, water, everything that you need. But you gotta listen. And if you don't listen, it's just gonna cause more stress, more pandemic, and more just everything bad. But yeah, we're I think we're shut down. Like, we're just shut down. Like,
Isn't it
we
tomorrow? Are we gonna be allowed to leave our houses at all? Do you know?
it goes into effect on Monday at 9:59
AM or PM?
p.m.
Hmm. So it's
But
like
with
curfew.
Yeah, but with like you obviously have to go because you work for FedEx. Like, it's a mandatory thing. Like, FedEx is mandatory, and like all the other things are mandatory.
Sounds so weird saying it like that. Like, so sorry, Mr. Government Guy. I work at Federal Express.
Oh, I got FedEx. You gotta let me through. Oh, dang it, man! I could have got one. With me, man, I think I'm not gonna be done for a while because
It
it's
really surprised me they shut you guys down because of what you guys do. I mean, but at the same time, with all those car places closing, it's like,
what can you do?
yeah, that's like with my area. Like, I don't think we're gonna get much tires or anything because everything's closing down. All the discount stuff has been sent through already. So,
Right.
yeah,
But I'm hoping this thing dies down very fast because isolating yourself is going to be one thing to do, especially like when like you got your friends, but you really just the only thing you can do is call them. It's just like, man, really wish they were here.
man, you can't go do anything right now unless you want to go do something like, I don't know, if you want to go fishing or swimming. I don't know if you want to go swimming right now, but if you want to go fishing, could be a possibility. But
Yeah, like, you
yeah, I
got
don't
to
think
isolate
out the
yourself.
window. Maybe go for a hike. That's what you can do.
Go for a walk by yourself. No one near you.
Yeah, stay at distance from people. What is it like they call it? Practice your social distancing.
Yeah, and it sucks. And hopefully it ends soon, or ends like just how things go with this type of stuff. Hopefully it can end soon and everything can go back to normal because like,
Mm-hmm.
this thing ain't like no joke. It's really not.
No,
It's
I
shocking.
don't. It's funny. I asked my dad. I asked my grandparents if they'd ever seen anything like this. They said no. Like, I don't think anybody has been through something like this. I think there's only been like a couple of outbreaks, like the H1N1 stuff, but that stuff they had a cure for and everything. It was just spreading
Yeah.
really fast. So it's crazy, man. It's because you can't go do anything. You're gonna be inside all the time, and I really was wanting to go see some movies, but at the same time, you can't really go see movies right now because the theaters are closed, and
Yep.
it's crazy.
It's crazy out there, man. It sucks, but hopefully we'll get through it. We're strong. Um, but let's talk. Let's get to the more positive thing. Let's get to wrestling. And obviously, you said you've been watching a lot of the older stuff, and you're getting really excited for WrestleMania and all the other things. And tell me what matches you're excited for WrestleMania.
Well, even though at first I kind of talked some trash about it, because when I first heard it, I was like, why? I'm honestly, they've been building it so good. I can't wait for it. AJ and Taker, man, I want to see it so bad. The only reason why I didn't initially like it is because I was like, why AJ? Like, out of anybody he could pick, AJ, because AJ right now could go and do some. I'm not saying him and Taker isn't a great feud. I'm really excited for it. I just thought at first I was like he could have been involved with a world championship or something like that, you know, where it was. Ooh, I like that.
Close-ups.
Yeah, camera one, camera two. But I don't know why I was so negative on it at first. I mean, that was like the only reason. And then like I really thought about it, and I was thinking to myself, I've been watching the promos on Raw from AJ, which are amazing. AJ right now, I'm saying this, has been the best heel of the year. Like I like him, I like Seth, I like over in AEW, I like what their heels are doing. But I just AJ, man, he's got talent on the microphone, and like that feud is being built so good right now because they made it personal. And I miss storylines like that. That's what I'm looking for. Make it something that makes me go, okay, I want to see AJ get beat by Taker now. Like it really engaged me, and I'm really excited. That's probably my most anticipated match. And if it happens as well, Brock and Drew, of course. I want to see Drew and Brock get in there and have a we'll see if it happens. I don't know if it is or not, but
The whole situation with Lesnar.
yeah.
There's
Brock's in Canada, I believe, right now. So
yeah, he's in Canada. If people don't know, Brock's in Canada with his wife. And you know the travel ban's in effect, so he can't come back to the States. Basically, this might be an issue. I guess Drew's going to be fighting a computer with Lesnar on Skype.
they're gonna be battling each other with words, having a rap battle.
all right, Brock, what you got? Brock spits some fire. Drew's like, I did not expect that.
He's over here, guys. Like the hat turned sideways, like
he's got freaking the Money in the Bank boombox, and he's got
bring back the boombox. But that's the thing, though. If he doesn't have the belt with him right now, like if he put the can without the belt, I guess WWE could do is vacate the belt and then have Drew versus number one contender for the World Championship, which I'd be excited for because you could probably put Ricochet in there. I'd be honest, or you could put Alistair, or you could put there are plenty of guys who could be put in that spot. So if it was Drew versus Alistair or Drew versus if they gave, I know they're not going to do it, but if they gave that shot to Carlio, Humberto, I would really, really like be into that because I really like his character. But we'll have to see. Even if Brock does show up and face Drew, I'm excited for that. I'm really excited for the Universal Championship match as well. Roman versus Goldberg, Spear versus Spear. That's the thing. People crap on it, but I don't really see what's wrong with it. As long as Roman goes in there and beats Goldberg. If Goldberg goes in there and beats Roman, then it makes no sense because that means Roman's been beat at the main event so many times. He's only won technically one main event. So, well, he's won two. He's won Taker and he's won Triple H. But everybody else he's lost to.
He's lost to Brock twice.
Mm-hmm. And I really hope he can get the win this year. And you could do a great storyline with that. Spear versus Spear. Who has the deadlier spear? I really am excited for that. And honestly, the card this year is really good. And I can't wait to see the matches. Like, that was the thing about last year's Manias. I looked at the card and I was like, Seth and Brock, okay, that looks good. And then I was looking at the main championship spots, but I didn't watch last year's WrestleMania, so I can't judge it. But I watched the years previous. That was really good. But yeah, I'm excited, bro. I'm excited. The card looks great. The build is great. I'm personally excited for the empty building because it could feel like a old school NXT days where they had their first pay-per-views in an empty building. Like not empty, but small audience, condensed crowd, having that small feel could make it a unique WrestleMania. Plus, they could build a set in there and makes it look great. So we'll see how it looks. But it's definitely going to be weird. Just without the audience, it's like a band without the drums. It's like your band needs the drums. Your band needs a bass or a guitar. Or it's not a band, and without the audience, it's going to be weird. But I think it's going to be a great show, personally.
Yeah, I can't wait for Mania. I've been excited for it. I've been excited for Drew Lesnar. I've been excited for Goldberg and Roman. I'm excited for Cena and Heel. Cena and Fiend. Um,
Me too. Me too. That's what I forgot. That one too.
the thing is, everyone getting mad. Like a lot of people are getting mad how WWE's handling this. And I'm like, why are you getting mad? Because SmackDown it showed the match at WrestleMania 30 between Cena and Bray, and it furthered the storyline. This is the thing I like. It furthered the storyline because Bray said that was when the Fiend was awoken, and it like had that storyline building up, saying, "Cena, you're the reason why this is here. You made this. He is going to destroy you because you made him."
Mm-hmm.
And I like that. I like how they're like. I understand he's not like your favorite character, or like a couple other people. I've seen a lot of people start turn on him. Um, but the fact is, people want that storyline. I like that storyline. They're saying, okay, Cena beat Bray, and when Cena beat Bray, that's when the Fiend kind of came around, and then you know he's hidden. But then when Matt left and everything, he popped up. And it's like, okay, I'm here to like just no sell everything and just kill everyone.
Yeah, I love the storyline, dude, and I honestly think with Bray where he's at and where John Cena's at, they're two guys who have the moves of doom in a way. So I want to see that. Like that's the thing. WrestleMania's card this year got me interested because of that too. Because it's like you got these characters that just they are the great match. Like they seem like great matches. I was really impressed with the card this year, which is why it's such a shame that we can't get it in a big stadium and on a big stage because, dude, if we could, this would be one of the best Like, I'm not saying it's not going to be one of the best WrestleMania. I'm just saying with that stage and that big feel, it would make it so incredible.
It would be like 100% better.
Yeah. Yeah, because in this, you got to think they can't do pyro. They can't do much lighting. They can't do – but we'll see. Maybe they'll pull out some little fireworks, and, you never know.
If someone comes out in a freaking ship, I'm gonna be like, you know what? Pay-per-view made right there. Someone comes.
They start wrestling on a ship, a pirate ship.
Bro, I'll be like.
I mean, you never know. You never know. It's WrestleMania. You never know. I mean, once you think one thing's happening, it's not. So, we're always surprised. Yeah.
It's just for me. I'm tired of just seeing complaint after complaint after complaint with how everything happens with WWE and the other show with AEW, and I'm just like, can we just stop comparing both of them? The reason why I'm getting sick and tired of it is because wrestling fans don't know what they want. Here's the thing that irritates me with both companies. WWE tries to listen to the fans, and then they get burnt because half the fans don't know what they want. Half the fans say they want Drew, half the fans say they want Fiend. They give it to Drew, half of them's angry, and then half of them start saying that it sucks, yada yada, and the other half's happy. They need to just start doing what they want to do and just go with it. If people don't like it, big whoop at that point.
Exactly.
Like, you can't win with this with WWE right now because of with AEW, and I don't hate AEW. Like, it's there. What I do hate is the fact is it's gotten so many people to just start attacking WWE for what it is, and I'm like, you shouldn't attack it. You should just enjoy it for what it is and whatever. Because TNA, Ring of Honor, you don't see them with New Japan. You don't see any of them attacking anyone. New Japan did one thing at WWE, and like no one really cared at that point. And
yeah, man, I don't. I've been hearing people already say it's one of the worst WrestleManias, and I'm just like, it hasn't even started yet. Like, you got to watch the show. It's just like I discussed on my little bit on my stream I did last night. It was a combination of different things, but I just think that not all, but there are those toxic wrestling fans that just want everything to be perfect. And they want everything to go their way. And when it doesn't, then they say, "Oh, it sucks." And then like 18 people listen, and then it's a vicious cycle. It just keeps on going and going.
Yeah, like
I know because I used to be in that cycle until I actually sat down. I said, you know what? I'm not gonna watch that anymore. I'm just gonna form my own opinion and watch it the shows, and then I was actually going like, yeah, they're pretty fun. And then everybody else is still crapping on it, and it's like, oh, so that's what happens, you know? It's a mindset.
And it's like that's like the reason why I don't talk to a lot of wrestling fans. I talked to a couple of people at NXT when me Tyler and Hunter went live, and most of them were good, but the problem with me right now is that other company, AEW. I want to talk about that.
Yeah.
I know I'm probably gonna get hate. I'm gonna get whatever. I want to be the heel of wrestling because I'm not buying into this. It's perfect. It's not the best thing on the earth. It's good. I will give it the credit. It is a good show. But to sit there and to say it's going to run WWE out of business, you're not a hypocrite. You're just flat out stupid. Hey, this little show that that it's gonna make WWE go out of business. I don't know if you've been seeing AEW arenas, but AEW arenas literally where the hard camera is that looks this way is empty. It's literally empty. You'll get like one or two people in the seat over there, and I'm just like, dude, how are you gonna say it's gonna sell out of WWE? But when evidence that like it has no one back on the hard cam, where WWE's hard cam, it's full most of the time. There might be some empty seats here and there, might be some empty like little parts of areas. But to say that it's gonna run WWE out of business when they can't even sell out smaller arenas, like, come on now.
It's not gonna happen, man. First of all, WWE is too big. Like them shutting down right now is something that I don't think can happen because even at their lowest, I mean, I don't think the show sucks. But if right now we're basing off of ratings and money, they're not really bringing in a lot of money and they're not really bringing a lot of ratings, and they're still making money. So like, it's like no matter how bad it gets, which like I said, I don't think it's that bad, but no matter how bad it does get, no matter how bad they don't sell, no matter how bad the ratings get, it still makes money because of the trademark. The trademark alone, it's like Disney and Apple. You can them shutting down the smallest chain. Yeah, that right there, that has like so much profitability to it that it's not. There's no way AEW's not like that. Their whole thing is so new, so fresh. To say that they can run WWE out of business is just, to me, I don't get that. Like, you look at the stats, you look at how it goes, how the market is. I don't think it's like that. But I don't really look at, because a lot of people do look at it's either AEW, WWE. I'm like, well, I kind of look at both shows, and like, I don't know what's wrong with that. Like, why can't you just like either like one and the other, like not just have to like one, It's like the whole PS4 and Xbox One thing. I'm like, I like both.
I have both.
Yeah, right. It's on both ends of this fence.
I got an Xbox One, a PS4, a PS2, and an Xbox 360.
Flexing. I got a PS2.
But bro, freaking the PS2 is so good, and the Xbox 360 is so good.
Oh, those were legendary systems, man. No doubt.
Especially the PlayStation 2.
Oh man, I miss them days of memory cards.
I don't care anymore. I'll play my PS2. I have fun with my PS2. For me, with wrestling, it's like it's an art. To me, to a lot of people, it's their way to escape life. A lot of people watch it to just get out of their life, their daily life, like having a 9 to 5 job or having like a 6 to 2:30 job, and you get home, you take a nap or something, or you just go in and watch Raw or you watch SmackDown. You just want to watch it and then just sit back and relax. You don't really want to care what people have to say, and that's the people I like. Like, yeah, I get on here and say you shouldn't do this, you shouldn't do that, but at the same time, it's common sense not to just bash it because one thing happened, like what you told me with that dude who put WrestleMania 25 on a worst WrestleMania list because of Kid Rock being there and Santino winning the Women's Battle Royal. Are you kidding me?
That was like the two littlest things that were on that show. Everything else was perfect, man. Great
Wait,
show.
did you not watch Take Sean, the Triple H and Randy Orton match, the freaking Money in the Bank match?
Yeah. The most underrated feud in history, Jeff and Matt Hardy, evil
Yeah,
Matt Hardy and Jeff Hardy being the hero. Like one of the most underrated. Like, dude, I did not get that. I was like, Kid Rock, he was only there for like a minute, and then the Santino thing was like one segment. It was the only bad thing involving wrestling was the Santino thing. And Ray did destroy JBL, but it got Ray over, made him look strong, and
yeah, was a
hired
time.
JBL.
Even then, it's just like, why do people nitpick so much? Like, that's the thing I don't understand. Like, I sit down and like, if I see something I don't like, I'll say I don't like it. Like, it might be big, it might be little, but it's not going to be like that big. Like,
Mm-hmm.
oh, this person lost, but yet he can beat this guy or something like that. I'm just like, like,
Yeah, like what do you mean?
like what do you mean, man? Like I'm confused. Like Ricochet with the whole Ricochet thing. Ricochet lost to Rick Moss. Like everyone's like he's buried. I'm like he's putting over another person. People don't understand the word bury anymore. To be honest, like if you look at it, if someone loses nowadays, like two people, they're buried immediately. Like apparently they're buried. And it's like Ricochet is a former United States champion, a former NXT North America champion. The dude who he is. He's good. He can do whatever he wants. He loses to Rick Moss and Brock Lesnar. Everyone's like he's buried. Like, yeah, Lesnar did kill him, and Moss, he did have a good match with Moss, but it shouldn't be like he's buried, dude. He's putting over Moss. That's the thing. Lesnar, he just got killed, and I was just like that. I was so ticked off with that one. But it's the Saudi thing. It's Saudi Arabia. Anything happens over there. It's just with Ricochet, like he's not buried. They just don't have anything for him. So let's have him put over Moss while he goes off, takes some time off, be with his kid, and then we'll call him when we have something up for him. And I'm fine with that. He what he needs to do. That's the thing. Like he's not buried. Like he can come back and then be Andrade for United States champion. And apparently Andrade's buried like that. But no, buried is if you're at freaking like Heath Slater level, okay? You don't see Heath Slater, but when you do, he loses. That's
Yeah,
being
exactly.
buried. He's buried. Ricochet, you see either every week or taking some time off with this thing, and he's buried because he lost to Moss. It's not
Right.
that.
I don't think he's ready for because people keep on saying, what? I love Ricochet, and one day I do want to see him be a world champion. But they just throw a belt on him right now, which is what I noticed a lot of people say about these people nowadays. They're like, "Oh, he needs a belt. He needs a belt. He needs a belt." And I'm just like,
I
not
was about to get to that. I'm not even gonna lie. What happened in the Ruthless Natural Era days? Like obviously you had the main eventers, you had the main course, you had the other people, but your favorite was your favorite. They didn't need a belt to be over.
exactly.
Hurricane never really won a big title. He won the cruiserweight. He may have won a tag team here and there, but did he ever win a mid card or a world heavyweight title? No.
Right. Or Boogeyman or Umaga, great
Yeah.
characters. I mean, Umaga won the IC belt, but he didn't really win a lot of and he really didn't get a lot of main events that much. I mean, it was just the way he was, and Shelton Benjamin, same way,
Mhm.
Paul London, these guys that I was really a big fan of, and that's why I was like Ricochet. I love Ricochet so much because he's got that talent and he's got that charisma, and I just wish they'd give him a microphone a little bit more because, like Sammy, I feel like he could be a surprise. Like people were saying how Sammy's trash microphone. I'm like, that is false.
That is false.
Exactly. I was like, no, they don't give him the microphone is a problem. But if they give him the microphone, you would love him on the microphone.
Here's
So
the thing. He has been in the microphone a lot.
yeah. Lately, I've noticed they've been like, I'm like, dude, thank you. Like, you know how long it took for Sammy to get his due? Like, so long. And I'm like, finally, they gave him at least the IC belt. I didn't want him to have a world championship yet, He will one day because I feel like he could pull it off. But that IC belt, it was just done at the right time, and I'm so happy for it.
Like to me, I love Sammy as a face, but him as a heel, his mic work is just like better. Like he takes it to the next level, and I like that. That's so good. And
Yeah.
yeah, a lot of people are saying like we're mad that Strowman lost. I'm like, dude, Strowman. I hate to say it, like I like Strowman. Strowman's a good character, good wrestler for what he is. The dude can't get over that hump. Like he's like one of those people like Hurricane Urumaga who is so over he doesn't need a belt. If you think about it, he really
Right.
doesn't need a belt, but you're still gonna cheer, you're gonna love it when he wins. And giving him that IC title for a short period of time was icing on the cake for me. Like I was like, okay, they trust him, but they don't trust him that well to like carry it, and I'm fine with that. Like he's so over, he really doesn't need the belt. He's a good worker. He's a good thing. He even said it himself when he got interviewed. He's like, I really don't need a belt. The fans will cheer me no matter what, or boo me no matter what, and that's fine. I'm like, exactly. He gets it. Not everyone needs a belt. Not like Aleister Black really doesn't need a world champion to get over or get booed. He is who he. His character is who he is. New Day, same thing. You don't have to put them in tag team like a tag team title match every single day. Their characters, you know who they are, and you love who they are, or you hate them. Well, I want to say hate with dislike.
Yeah, and also you got to think about it too. Giving someone a belt could ruin their career in a way too, because there have been guys who have been put on that spot who were not ready yet, and it affected their career, and they really weren't giving much afterwards. I mean, you look at Jack Swagger. He was given that belt so fast, and he was doing the best he could, but he was so young and green, and he was so new to everything. When he was given that belt, everybody just crapped on it, and so much Jinder Mahal. He was so new, and they gave him the belt, did the best he could. He did great, but after they lost their belts, it's like now. I mean, Jack Swagger, of course, would go on to do decently in WWE. I mean, he got IC wins, US wins. I'm pretty sure he got a tag team in there somewhere, maybe. I think he did get a ECW one time.
Yeah, he was ECW World Heavyweight. I don't think he won the IC. I know he won the US like twice. He won a tag team with Dolph, and then after that he went to Job One. He went downhill after that because
Yeah.
Another thing that doesn't help is when they get caught with drugs. Like when he was in that championship run, he got caught with weed, and I think Royce. I'm not 100% sure. Don't quote me on that. I don't think it was, but I know he got busted with weed. I know that, and they pulled the plug out him for so fast with that. I was like, dang.
Yeah.
He went from world champion to immediately just done.
Then they didn't do much with him. The one guy that I could say that they should have put a world championship on, and like they should have taken advantage of it, was when it was hot, was Rusev on Rusev Day.
Yeah.
That I can buy. I feel like he could make that run so good because we've had it before, the Lex Express, which people hate or like. I don't know. I was really the biggest fan of Lex Luger, but I know it was popular. Hulk Hogan with Hulkamania, The Rock with SmackDown Hotel. You've had those before, and I think you can make it work. And I don't know why they just did Rusev so dirty. Like I look at Rusev now. Sometimes when he's doing a match, I can just tell he is like just thinking about that. He maybe he's not like sad about it, but you could tell it affected him that they didn't push him. And
he was fucking kicked. Like I bet you he was even like Vince. Put the belt on me. I could make you so much money, but Vince was like,
that's what I don't get. It would be so much money. Like that business decision would have been so good, but I don't know. I guess it just wasn't meant to be, and they had to do this. They had to ruin Bobby Lashley's career along with it, with Lana in there and
Bobby Lashley. When he came back, no, I don't. Like I'm gonna be honest, no one cared for him at all when he came back. Like everyone was just like, "Oh, I want him to fight Lesnar."
I was the one guy who was like, "Yeah, Bobby's back," and then I started watching it. I'm like, "Oh, they're not doing Bobby very good right now."
Yeah, like, I was excited when he came back. I was like, "Ooh, Bobby Lashley's back. He could be like a good person to put young talent over, or have some use with." He beats Roman Reigns. What the frick? I did not see that coming.
Right.
But
What people said though, you should not have made him talk. He should be a silent,
he
have a mouthpiece, which he did, but
did
like
leave.
have it to where he doesn't say nothing. Because when he talked, it wasn't his fault. It's just when he talked, WWE give him these lines and they give him these storylines, and the way they did it was just they dropped the ball. And once you drop the ball so fast with a guy who just came back, he's just done. You really, unless you repackage him as this unstoppable machine that can like go in there and be like Brock Lesnar in there, then everything else is just pale in comparison. I just wish they do it more like the 2007 run where it was he said things, he was a face, but he didn't say a lot of things, and when he was in there, it was more about what he did in the ring. That was what defined Bobby Lashley than the stories of his dialogue. But I don't know.
I want to talk about the other company. I want to talk about some AEW real quick. I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm gonna be honest with you with this, dude. I don't care how much hate I get. It's a good product, but it's not for me. I've turned away from it. I'll see, like, if it's on and I don't, and if NXT is not clicking for me, I'll turn it on. But if it is what it is, I normally just turn it off and just go back to NXT at this point. Like, I'm sorry, like anyone, you guys can get ticked at whatever, but AEW is not for me because of a couple things. A couple things that I just don't like about it is obviously the fans. The fans are the most annoying thing about that company. You can't say anything bad about it, and then you get monumentally destroyed in like 5 seconds. You can't say like, oh, it can do better with this or that, or do something with this guy, and then you get trashed even more. Like that guy's not that good. Their world championship picture, sorry, but you don't need to keep giving it to WWE guys. Like Jericho's run was good. Dean, I have not heard a single thing he has done with this belt yet, and he just got it again. And I hate to say it, I love Dean. He is a fantastic wrestler. He is a person that does not need a world champion.
I can agree.
He is like if Sami Zayn won a world title, in my opinion. It'd be, oh yes, finally they did something with him. But then after like 5 weeks, you're just like, can he just go back to doing what he was doing without this? Because that's how Dean is. He's fine without a belt. You can give him a mid-card belt. Like when he was IC champion, I loved it. The dude was a good IC champion. He's a good mid-carder, but he's not the best world champion. And like that's another thing. Like, don't give it to WWE guys. Give it to like one of those up-and-comer guys, like Jungle Boy or Luchasaur or like one of those guys. Like give it to an AEW guy. Don't make WWE guys carry your product, like what they're kind of doing. And I hate to say it, like if you look at their circle, their main circle of who they're putting over and who they're not, you got Jericho, you got Dean, you got now Matt Hardy, who just joined, and he's going to get put over. You got Brody Lee, which is with Luke Harper, or whatever his name is, Bodie Lee or whatever. I can't say. You got Luke in there. He's going to be used. And then you got Kenny, Hangman, the Young Bucks, and Cody. Those are the main people that you see.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of people only care about is those 8 people. You don't really see Neville that much or Pac, and you don't see the Lucha Bros that much either. Like they'll show up, they'll do their thing, but like they're not really getting pushed in my opinion. Like Pac, he should be a world champion. He needs to fight for that belt, in my opinion. WWE did him dirty. I'm not even gonna lie to anyone who says anything about that. WWE did him dirty. Vince did him dirty for not at least saying, you know what, I'll put you on SmackDown. I'll give you an IC run and do whatever. He did dirty in WWE. So I don't believe in going to find success everywhere. Dragon Gate, when he went back, that man became a whole new person. His whole
Yeah,
character was reinvented, everything. Then when he went to AEW, again, big promotions, in my opinion, just dropped the ball with him. I hate to bring it up, but like him and Hangman, you know, Neville was on a hot streak. He obviously should have beat Hangman, right?
yeah,
Like Hangman, yeah, Hangman is good for what he is, and he's a good wrestler. Like I like Hangman, but when you have a hot dude and he needs a win over this dude, put that dude on. I don't care who it is. It could be Jinder Mahal beating John Cena. If Jinder's hot, make him beat Cena. Makes sense. So what they do is they tell Neville, "Yeah, you're gonna win," and then like a week before the show happens, like, "Oh, we want Hangman to win," and Neville's like, "No, I'm not gonna show up then. I'm not doing that. Like, I want to win, and I deserve to win. I'm hot right now. If you've not seen what I've been doing, then that's on you." So what happened was the match happened, but it ended in DQ. I was just like, you could have just had him win. That's all you had to do was just have Neville win or Pac win, and then move on from there. I don't understand why the same people continue to think that, oh, I can't lose, I can't do this, I have to win everything. And in my honest opinion, that's gonna be this thing's gonna crumble. If you look at it, look who runs it. You got Kenny, you got the Young Bucks, and you got Cody. You got four wrestlers who are running this company. Obviously, they don't have like every say, but they have the majority of what goes on, right?
yeah. And I'm
So
getting bad WCW vibes from that because I remember when all the old WWF guys came to WCW and they started pretty much running the show as the NWO. So, like, history,
like
bro. Look back at it.
they like they're doing a good job with it. Like obviously, I don't think it's gonna happen soon. They're riding this wave. They're gonna ride this wave for a couple years, but eventually they're gonna hit that wall. In my opinion, they're gonna hit that wall because Cody or the Young Bucks or Omega is gonna get a big hit and say, you know what? I run this. I'm gonna win this. And my personal opinion is Omega's gonna be the one that's gonna kill this company. I saying it right now. He's gonna shoot in a match and win a title when he's not supposed to, and then everyone's gonna get ticked off, and then like people are gonna start complaining.
Mm-hmm.
I could be wrong, I could be right, but it's just for me, AEW is not my thing, and I know I'm gonna get probably someone saying, "Well, why?" Well, for starters, there's not a lot of story. It's basically what you have said, an indie hybrid show that's just like super kicks, spot fest, 1, 2, 3, win. I'm like, can there be a little bit of story? And when there is a little bit of story, it kind of doesn't make sense. Like,
They're trying to be the ESPN WWE, where it's more about making wrestling real and making it a real sport and making it
yeah.
real stats and it not being a show. And that's why that's another reason why I don't watch it very much is because at least WWE has the moments where they've got these stories going on where it's like, okay, it's fake, you know it is, but it's a good story. You know, it's a good character, it's a good engaging thing. With AEW, they have like a loose story kind of going in there because they got to have some kind of driving force. But there's no big world like they when WWE sucks you into their world. It's like you're in another. It's like you're watching an alternate reality. You know, where it's not UFC. It's not these other combat sports. It's in its own realm. But with AEW, it's more of all right, let's just try to be all these indie shows put together. And we're going to have a little loose storyline in there somewhere, and it's going to be more about stats. It's going to be more about taking a realistic approach, which is cool if you like that. But I would prefer it where it's more of, all right, let's have fun with the storyline. Let's have a good match. Let's have some fun with this, you know. I don't know. Like a really serious promotion. Like it's not a lot of having fun. It's a lot of just all right. You know, here's the storyline. We're following it through. I don't really think it's very engaging storyline either, but that's just me.
And I don't know what their obsession is with shapes.
With what?
Shape.
Oh
You
yeah,
got
yeah, yeah.
you got the you got the Inner Circle, and you got the Death Triangle. Like, I'm sorry, but both of those names are terrible.
Mm-hmm.
Like Inner Circle, it has a ring to it. Like, yeah, it's an Inner Circle with like all these guys. But Death Triangle, what the what?
Why do they have so many factions right now? That's my question. They got like 3 or 4, right?
They got like 5 or 6. They got like
Yeah.
they got the they got the Death Triangle, the Inner Circle. They got that little cult with the mask guy and the other guy. You got a tag team that's a Street Profit ripoff. That's another thing I'm not liking. They rip off WWE sometimes. Like that tag team is a dollar store version of the Street Profits. They're good. I don't hate them. They're good. But AEW is like, hey, this is over. Let's use this. Let's use this. I'm like, really? They come out with like kind of Street Profit music. They dance to it. They don't have a cup, but they wear the exact same thing the Street Profits kind of wear. I'm like, really? How creative. And
Yeah.
another thing that I'm not liking is the fact is they have talent. Like people blame WWE for killing people. Dude, remember what I showed you on Instagram? Those 2 really good wrestlers that are both 0-11 and 0-5.
Yeah.
The librarians. They have one of the best gimmicks right now, and AEW is wasting them. They are wasting.
I haven't seen the episodes yet, but how are they wasting them? Curious.
They waste okay, so they have a good gimmick, but here's the thing: they have all these stars that they'll put them on Dark. You know that little thing that they have for like up and comers and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
They'll put them on there, and they'll just get beat and beat and beat and beat. And when they do get on the show, it's like, oh, it's kind of how WWE has their jobbers or local talent. When you see them, you're like, oh, they're gonna get beat. When you see both of them, you know they're gonna lose. And I'm like, these 2 are talented. Why are you not using them?
Yeah, they look like old school throwback gimmicks, which I'm cool with because I miss that stuff.
I like their gimmicks, and AEW is not doing anything with them. Like the chick, I don't know much about the dude, but the chick was one of the best chicks. She came from TNA, and she was really good in TNA. She was hot in TNA, and then she had a choice: WWE or AEW. She went to AEW. I bet she's regretting that decision right now.
Mm.
Because I don't care what anyone says. WWE's women roster is really, really freaking good.
Is really what?
Really good. Their women's roster is like really, really good.
Yeah, it's great. Like I mentioned that too last night on my stream, man. I just really everybody was like, "Oh, you're being so PC." I'm like, "Well, dude, in wrestling, it was a legit problem. I mean, back in the day, in 2001, you know, Vince was telling Trish to like bark like a dog, and you had mud wrestling, and you had, you know, Sable coming out. Like, I'm not saying anything wrong with like, you know, of course you like to see that stuff, but like at the same time, they weren't given chances to wrestle and stuff. Like now they're able to have those chances. The only thing that I wish they would do is they would have a bigger women's roster because you have a lot of just, okay, here's a rematch, here's a rematch, here's a rematch. And once you see it 4 times, it's like, oh my God, but they can't do anything about it because, you know, you get a couple injuries, there's almost half your roster right there. Because the split between SmackDown and Raw.
They had that problem for a while on Raw. They had a lot of injuries on Raw. And even on SmackDown still, you got, I think, Ember out and you got a couple other chicks out. And I'm like, daggone. If they were come back, they would be used. Like when Ember comes back, she's gonna get used. Right when she came back, they kind of dropped the ball with her, and I was kind of like, "You mother." And like,
dude, I don't know why they got rid of Emma. I really don't.
I don't know.
Emma,
that was a big loss.
She could have been over, and I would have gotten into that. People think like Becky is over. No, that that's what we call. She kind of reminds me of when Roman Reigns when he was over. And what I mean is WWE seen him over. We didn't see him over. Like they think that, and the reason why I don't like Becky is because it was out of nowhere. I liked Becky before she was the Man. And I liked the Man thing at first. But like after a while of it being shoved down your throat, you're just like, man, this sucks because like the matches are all the same. It's her stopping people, like
I
really
will agree.
not having a chance, stopping people.
That's why I'm excited for Shayna. Everyone doesn't like Shayna, but I like Shayna. Like she doesn't really have she doesn't have a character, but that's her character. Is not having a character. She's a UFC fighter that can beat the frick out of you,
Yeah.
and that's the reason.
I mean,
I like her.
hell,
And
Cain Velasquez with the right amount of training and the right amount of time in the ring, I believe Cain Velasquez can do great. When he fought Brock, I seen something there, and I know it wasn't really much of a long match, but I feel like Cain getting the right training to be in the ring because I think he got an injury. That's why he's been out for a while, right?
his leg. I think he was before, so he was still with UFC, and then like he got injured in UFC, and then he told UFC I might not come back, and then while he was healing, WWE like said, hey, you want to do this? Like we know you're hurt, you can do like two little things and you can pop up, beat up Brock, and then have a match with him, and you can recover. And he was like, sure, let's do that. So he told UFC like, look, I'm not gonna come back, I'm gonna retire. And he showed up on that SmackDown and you knew he was hurt because he had that knee brace.
Mm-hmm.
Well, he fought Brock and he went in and he had surgery and he's been out with knee injury since. But I seen a picture of him and Ronda at the Connecticut thing. I think they talked to Vince and like when they can come back and like obviously with this situation with this virus, Vince like let's hold off till this thing probably dies off or something like that because if they come back at the wrong time and you don't know if they have it or not, or I'm not saying they do, but like you don't know, and you don't know anything. Like a basketball player.
I was gonna say, is Ronda gonna come back at all, or I thought she retired. I heard somewhere that she retired from wrestling.
She didn't technically retire. She got injured. She broke her finger or something. She broke her hand or something. And she was out with that. And then I guess she was trying to have a kid. And then I guess it kind of fell through because I don't see anything about it. And she's just been buying her time because she wants to come back. And I'm all for it, especially Hill Ronda. Hill Ronda was freaking.
Yeah, that's what I'm about to say, dude. I don't care if people come from the UFC. Because I'm all for it. I just don't want it to be one of those things where they come over and they get a title shot. They come over, they get a title shot. Like, dude, I don't know why Cain Velasquez got a title shot that fast. I was like, and they promoted like a UFC fight, and I was like, I know what's going on here. They want to appeal to UFC and WWE audience. That's why it was done, but that's all I don't want to happen because it's not fair. I mean, you have guys who've been working there for years who haven't gotten the world championship spot. Just a match. You gotta have a win. Just give them a match. That's all that matters. Is they're at a main event spot. But you have these people come over from UFC and here's title shot. Here you go. It's like that's what I didn't really like. But Ronda and Kane, I see something there. I could see them because first of all, Ronda's great. I think she's great in the ring because she combined the wrestling style with the MMA style, and it's so unique and different, man. I really like it.
Mm-hmm. Like she didn't automatically come and get a title match. She fought and worked her way up to get that, and that's the thing I respect. Obviously, with Kane, it didn't happen, but I don't think that was like Kane's fault because I think what happened was that they knew he was injured, so they said, okay, let's give him a title opportunity to get more views, and then they did it, and obviously he lost. But at the same time, if he was healthy, I don't think he'd immediately get one. I feel like they'd have it as a normal match, and if he would have beat Lesnar and have him like beat a couple more people and like have him keep beating people, eventually he would have probably got a title match. And probably, in my honest opinion, I honestly think Kane could probably get that title.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, man. I mean, if he didn't have that leg issue, he would have done, I feel, way better. And it wasn't a bad match. It was just not a very long match. Not much happened in it. But the little bit that you did see, Kane was able to prove himself. Like, yeah, I'm not just going to be in here throwing punches. He was doing wrestling moves, and he was trying to do his best with the leg injury thing. And I thought it was a pretty decent little match. It wasn't anything special, but it was a decent match, and I seen something there. The only guy who I don't see really personally much in is Tyson Fury. As I watch his matches, I really don't see much there, but maybe he'll get better. Maybe he'll improve. They're really pushing him and pushing him hard. And it's like, I get it. He's a big guy and everything, but it's a little, I don't know. I have to see it play out a little bit more, but I will say this. I think I could say I like Kane better than Tyson. And I know one day they're probably going to do a world championship spot if Tyson or him ever win. Maybe not even world championship, maybe just a match. They'll do Tyson Fury versus Cain Velasquez.
I would not mind that. I wouldn't mind that outside there to be just a regular fight between those two would be amazing in my opinion.
Yeah. They'd probably do like a no disqualification match, something like that for them, which would be cool. And I don't hate Tyson Fury. I just, when he wrestled Braun, I just didn't really see much there, but he could get better. He's still new, so I want to see him get better. And if he gets better and he gets in there and puts on a 5-star, like not a 5-star, but if he gets in there and like puts on a good match, and I'll admit it, man, I'm like, all right, man, this guy's great. Like when Kane was in there, he just had that pacing to his match. And I really liked the way he paced the match out.
Why, right?
Huh?
You know why Kane had that like pacing, right?
Why?
Because he was down in Mexico wrestling with a mask.
Really?
Yeah, it was like when I think what happened was he had his knee injury, but he recovered from it. Like he had surgery and everything, so he told UFC he wasn't sure. And then he went to Mexico and he started wrestling, and he started doing some freaking things that I couldn't think a big man could do. This man did a hurricane run on someone, and I was like, "What the frick?"
Wow!
And he was putting on some good matches, and then I think he again injured the knee, and then WWE was like, "Hey, you want to come?" And he's like, "Sure, why not?" And then obviously we know what happened. But I think Kane can do something really freaking good. So I feel like he can be like put on some really good matches.
It's been what, like 4-5 months since he's been out.
It's been a little bit.
That's what I was like hoping he didn't leave. I was hoping he's still here because I know that Tyson's going to come back eventually. I think he's had like what 3 matches. Tyson has. Tyson Fury hasn't. Oh, he only had one against Braun. Oh, okay. I hope that he come back.
That fight with that one dude, and like it was in the middle of that, so like he went back and did that.
So, I'm hoping that Kane can come back, and I even like the Rey Mysterio stuff too, because like people are like the Rey Mysterio stuff is stupid. I'm like, it can get cringy at times, but I like Rey with him. It's like a good combo. It's Rey building him up and him going out there and fighting Lesnar. I really like that.
Yeah, I liked it. I don't. Like, there's like the thing with WWE is the fact is they have to do something really bad to get my attention, and you've seen what they did to get my attention.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was attention. Like, hey, look, dummies, don't do that. Like, we have 2 part-timers as world champions right now.
I have never been that angry, and I was so mad when that happened. I have never been that angry at WWE before, except for the Fiend stuff. When they messed with the Fiend, I was pissed because I was like, dude, that's the last thing. That's that one thing that had me hanging on that thread of watching WWE still back when I was in that mood. But I was like, that's the one thing I want them to do good, and they didn't do good. And they didn't do it very well, but they tried their best. And it didn't turn out so well, but a lot of people love the Fiend. I know a lot of people are fans of the Fiend, but that's fine if people are. Not really much into the Fiend because I just thought it was a cool-looking character, but they didn't book him very good. But that was the last time when it was Fiend and Seth in Hell in a Cell. That was the last time I got super mad at WWE. But yeah, that Goldberg was off.
Yeah, that was a stupid thing. Everyone's like, how do you get disqualified in Hell in a Cell? And I was like, okay, first off, it wasn't disqualification. Stop it. And they're like, still. I'm like, yeah, still. It's still stupid, but it wasn't disqualification. But the thing is with WWE, And the thing I like it a lot is the fact is they're trying to at least try to like put you in the mindset and try to make you see like, hey, this is fun. Let's keep watching it. Let's keep doing it. And people just
And
want
it's
to
not
trash
like
you.
back in the day they didn't do that. I mean, back in the day, there was plenty of times where you're like, really, John Cena winning, really, or really
Mm-hmm.
Batista again, or really Triple H again. So it's happened before, but it's just
I don't want
a bad
to hear a
decision.
lot of people complaining when back in I think 2006 to 2007 or 8, remember that year, Triple H would not freaking lose.
It was irritating because it was like, dude, come on. You're telling me nobody can beat this guy?
Right. And people are like,
He buried Randy. Picture that. He buried Randy Orton. He did bury him because his career, when he got beat by Triple H, took a bump for a while. And then it was like, all right, here, we're going to give this solo run. And then he became a big star. But he got buried by Triple H. And it's crazy. Thinking he got
Triple H
buried.
got that. Triple H has got the show. Cena don't got the show. Triple H got the show. But like, yeah, like I don't understand why people complain so much. Like the thing that irritates me the most with a lot of the wrestling fans are those podcasters who come up and it's like, this is gonna be trash, but watch my stream and support me on Patreon and see what and look at my predictions and see like what I'm gonna do and like who I predict. But this is still gonna be trash. I'm just like, and why watch it?
All right.
Like,
Look, if
if
somebody can watch the show and share their opinion and they don't like the show, fine, no problem with that. No problem at all.
right.
But when you can't even explain why you hate something, like if I hate a show, I'll explain it. I'll be like, this didn't work, this sucked, this sucked. It's not even like that. It's just, oh, I didn't like this match. It sucked. Move on. I didn't like this match. It sucked. Move on. It's like, at least explain yourself. At least give some reasonings. At least have fun with it, and like just chill for a second,
That's
Like they're looking at it so closely. They're looking for a problem, and they see one little thing. Oh, yep, the show's ruined. Yep, no more. I'm just like, dude, watch the whole show. It's a 3-hour show. You're letting a little 5-minute thing ruin the whole show for you,
Mm-hmm.
I just get tired of it. And it's like, then there are people who don't watch WWE anymore who watch that and they go, well, WWE sucks because you got all these people put a negative output out there. And a lot of people don't watch WWE anymore. They go on, they watch a stream because, watching WWE takes a lot of time. You got to spend 3 hours on Raw, an hour or two on SmackDown, pre-shows, pay-per-views. People would rather just, get a general rundown of all that stuff. And when they see it's all a negative, then they're like, oh, WWE sucks. And it's like, well, it's not really that bad, honestly. Like I've watched some clips of Raw and SmackDown recently. I don't see what's the problem. I mean, it's weird they're empty, but like everything going on, I like it. It's decent, pretty good. I don't get it, personally.
I don't either. It's the reason why I keep my wrestling circle close. Like I have you, I have Tyler, I have Dick, and I have Wyvern. But that's about it. And like I don't talk to no one, and especially online, dude. Especially if you get in a wrestling thing online, this is the thing that bugs me with wrestling fans. You cannot have an opinion. Like I have been, and I've went into so many different like groups, like Pokemon, Yu-Gi-Oh, Halo, freaking anything. You do not get that negativity. You'll get one person, I guarantee you, one that'll shoot down anything you say, and then the whole community will gang up on that one person and tell them, look, if you don't like it, then get out. The other it's like, screw you, screw you, screw you, screw you, F you, F you, your opinion sucks, mine's right, yours is wrong. I'm like, why? Why is your opinion a fact? And it's not, it's an opinion. Like you're saying that the show sucks because Randy Orton doesn't have a world title. Like, really? Or Cedric's
I
not doing
know, right? I'm just like, why is that ruining the show for you?
it's the littlest things, and I'm just like, please, just give me a better explanation or something than just saying it sucks because it sucks. Like that's like me going up to you and saying, "Oh yeah, Jason 8 sucks." Why? It just sucks. Can I get context? No, it just sucks.
Yeah. And
No.
it's more of a money thing too. I mean, look, I mean, if you're doing a podcast and you're saying, "Oh, it sucks," and you're ranting, you're raving, and you're screaming, and people are laughing, and they're like, "Oh, they're sharing it." Money, man, it's money. So really, to me, it's not like you're sharing your honest opinion at that point. You're just going, "Huh, I watched like 5 minutes of it. It sucks. So I'm gonna get on here and I'm gonna rage at it because it sucked for like 5 minutes, maybe, or maybe a little piece of the show I didn't like, and then that will get views, and it gets the money, and that's why I don't. I really do not. I only watch a select few people when it comes to wrestling anymore because a lot of it is just complaining. And it's like, dude, it gets so old hearing somebody say, "This sucks. This sucks. Oh, this sucks." Like, dude. And then no offense to people. I know there are awesome AEW fans, but there are those people who will just go, "Oh my god, AEW. Oh my, it's so good. It has no flaws." And then what about WWE? "Oh, it sucks. It's just this worst thing." And it's like, dude, that's what I can't stand because it's like you said, if there's a problem with one show, there should be a problem with the other show. Not, "Oh, this show's the holiest show of all time, and then this show is horrible, awful, and nothing good about it." Like, come on, man. Like,
Yeah,
it's all opinions. I just don't understand how it's like that, But
just like what you said, the negativity sells. It really
yeah,
does. Like,
probably.
if you look at the streams for like positive things that people say about WWE, they don't get a lot. But when they do a negative thing, it sells. It gets like 1.k or sometimes even a
Yeah.
million views. And that's like a million people just saying it sucks because of that. But like a positive thing doesn't get anything. And
I have heard people get on their streams and literally say, "I don't like wrestling. I don't like this stuff. I don't care what you have to say. I'm here doing it for money to get paid. You're going to watch it. You're paying me." I have literally heard people say that on a stream before. These like so-called wrestling streamers who are fans of wrestling WWE, they will get on and say, "Well, I'm not doing this for passion. I'm just doing it for the money. And you guys are going to watch and I'm going to get paid." And it's like, what? When it's that bad where people are getting on streams and just saying, "Yeah, I don't care about any of this. I'm just doing it for the money." It's just like, that's pretty bad, in my opinion. In my opinion, that's pretty bad.
yeah, like the one dude I cannot stand is that one dude that you showed me, J Day or whatever his name is.
Oh, I can't remember. Yeah, well, the one where he said drinking a
Beer,
something
then
like
watch.
that.
I'm like, then drink your beer. Don't watch it. Like he irritates. He is one of the most annoying wrestling chambers. And I laughed when Ryback called him out on his BS. And I was like, that's what you get.
Ryback is so cool because on his streams, he'll like put a wig on and he'll be like acting like one of those toxic wrestling fans. He's like, "AEW, man, you guys watch it? And WWE sucks and AEW." Like, Ryback is so cool. He's so real. He'll actually respond to your comments sometimes. And like, Ryback, believe it or not, is one of the most reliable wrestling podcasters because he doesn't just get on there and crap on WWE. He gets on there and gives his honest opinions about AEW, WWE, anything, So he's hilarious, and he'll even parody that stuff. So he's cool. He's really cool.
I think woke culture's up and downs are pretty at least balanced. What I've seen of. But I hate to say it, and I'm gonna say it, and I don't know, but Wrestle Talk, dude, I don't know what happened to them, but when AEW started, one of them just went from he loved WWE to just immediately when AEW came out, he's like WWE is bad, it's trash, and he loves it. what the frick happened? Like, how does that happen overnight? Like, this thing was born and this thing was like just now trash. Like, I don't get it. Like, even the one who's married now, Luke, was like, yeah, when TNA started, I thought I was gonna run WWE out of business, but I was like, a teenager at the time, like I didn't know about it. And I think people just don't use their souls when it comes to this stuff. Like, obviously, they're both good shows. I praise AEW for what it is doing. It's giving people an alternative way. If you don't want to go there, you can come here. But at the same time, it's also kind of killing them because you could be like, oh shoot, you could not be used, or you could be a jobber, or you could like just be on dark all the time or whatever. And to be honest, the thing that I didn't get to say was the fact that this thing, the AEW, is a giant hype train for old wrestlers. If you look at who's been there, think about it. You've seen Jake the Snake, you've seen Art Anderson, you've seen all these old WWE guys going on there and hyping it up. I'm like, what? No, it doesn't do it for me. And then
they get involved in a lot of storylines too, and it's like
Anderson, like he basically helped Cody beat Ty Dillinger, and I love Ty. I think he should go back to WWE and just be a mid Carter because what has he done in AEW?
True. He had like one match with that. He had like a match with Pac.
He had a match with Cody. That was the only thing I remember from that chair.
Yeah, the Cody match. I could have sworn he faced Pac though.
He might have. I don't know. But I know for a
fact. Did he have one against Kenny?
No, I don't think so.
I remember.
I know for a fact. I think he should go back to WWE and be a mid Carter or do whatever they ask him to do. Because one, he really doesn't get involved either, and that's the thing that I'm scared for Luke Harper. Like Luke Harper, in my opinion, WWE. I understand why kind of why WWE didn't like trust him a lot because when they did give him that green light, he got hurt. The tag teams, he got hurt. IC run, kind of got hurt. Like all this stuff would happen when they wanted to do something, he got hurt. I'm scared that when he's in AEW, he just debuted last Wednesday. Him and Matt, no one's gonna care about him, and he's just gonna get thrown to the side like in 5 minutes. And I'm like, why? And it sucks because him going there was overshadowed by Matt Hardy. And I'm gonna say this, and anyone can get mad at me. I don't care because it's my opinion. It's not a fact, but my opinion, Matt Hardy sold out.
I was gonna say that surprised the hell out of me. I was like, wow, just so fast, such a fast transition. It was like crazy. I couldn't believe it. And they'd be like, well, how are you surprised? I'm like, well, I didn't think it'd be that fast. I mean, literally was like, he made a video, was like, I'm on a free, what was it called?
League.
Yeah, a free agent leave or something like that. Free agent contract.
To see what it was like. And he, boom, AEW. Now, granted, I will admit this. I do think he's a sellout, but I think if this circumstance wasn't happening with this virus, I think he would have went. But he still immediately, when he's seen this, he went there. You're a sellout, dude. You literally sold out because of this hype transition. That is the only reason why he went there. There is no, he wants to better his career. The dude is old. I'm sorry, he's old. He don't got much time left. He's not gonna win a world championship there. He's gonna do the broken gimmick the way he wanted it to without Vince interfering in it, which will be good, but it still won't be as good as his TNA run with it. He will get over. And the sad thing is, he's gonna probably screw some careers over. Mark my words. There's gonna be someone he's gonna screw their career in AEW with because they're gonna push him. They're not gonna let him just lose or put over these talents. He's gonna win matches. He's gonna probably if he wins a world championship match, if he wins a world championship, that's just the hype train with that because you gave it to Jericho, you gave it to Dean, and now you gave it to Hardy. Really? Like, I'm just scared because I feel like every new big name WWE guy that gets in there, imagine if I don't know, Sammy goes there and wins the world title. So they're basically doing hot potato with this world title to WWE guys. And I'm please don't do that. I don't even care if Kenny has to win it. Let Kenny win it. But at the same time, I don't care because Kenny and the Young Bucks, in my opinion, are the most underrated thing in wrestling. They're good, but they're not like oh like how everyone like makes them out to look. Like they're not like basically Jesus and his two disciples. Kenny is not Jesus, and the Young Bucks are his disciples. They're good, but like oh my god, I have to bow down to them. Like no, they're not that good.
Yeah, I just it just feels weird too, seeing Luke Harper in AEW. You know, it
He
feels
was the
weird,
one who I
huh?
thought would go there. I thought he was the one dude who would go there, and I'm praying that they use him. I am praying that they use him. I hope they get a mid card title. He's the first one to get that thing because he deserves it. He deserves to hold that thing.
Yeah, man. He looks like it looks like they're finally solo Luke Harper really wasn't taken very seriously, and I feel like at least here he'll be taken to his full potential, and I can't wait to see that because like I feel like Luke Harper can do it. I mean,
You,
he doesn't need to talk a microphone. He already sells with his eyes and he sells with his emotions and his calculated. It's like Eric Rowan, man. He didn't really need to talk. He just kind of had the look, and you buy it. And that's why I got behind Eric Rowan's run because I thought it was great, you know. But
you know the sad thing, and you're gonna hate this.
hmm,
That little faction that AW has that like dark cult people.
mm-hmm.
The leader of it.
Oh man, I don't know. I mean, it could be decent. I'll see how it plays out, but there's just so many cult storylines that have been done in the past. It's been done to death, and it's like, what more can you do with it? And plus, WWE's doing this cult thing now, and it's like, I don't really like them. I don't like cults and like much stuff like movies either. Like it's a stupid idea for me because it's like,
Just
okay,
too much.
yeah, like why are all these people following him? Oh, because he's in the cult. Oh, well, okay, where did this cult come from? Thin air. Oh, okay.
But yeah, like I do hope AW stays around. Like it may not be my cup of tea, but I still respect it. I respect everyone in that ring. Even if I say Kenny Omega's overrated, I respect him. I respect everyone in WWE. I freaking respect everyone in New Japan. I respect everyone in freaking TNA. I respect everyone in Ring of Honor. And all of them are doing stuff to put their bodies on the line and entertain us. And the fact is, yes, I may not like AEW. I may not like what's going or whatever, but I respect that they're trying to make something out of nothing. And the same thing with WWE. They're making these people try to entertain you in this feels like this certain doom of this virus, and people are just like they're doing it completely wrong. Well, who cares if they're doing? They don't want to do what you want. They're doing what they want. And they want to entertain you, and yet you're complaining and you're moaning and you just don't enjoy it. And if you're going to just sit there and moan and complain about how they're handling this situation, then I would just say shut up and don't watch it because to me, they're handling it fine. Yes, I will agree that I hated it at first, but I will agree AEW is handling it a little bit better because they're doing nonstop matches. But WWE may not have all their guys and girls. They can't do all wrestling matches or something to build up something. They can only probably like do a certain handful of matches, and they have to show like a pay-per-view match because they don't have those filler people.
Yeah,
But
and I just don't really see what would. I wouldn't let it affect the show. I mean, you know, just let it kind of play through, and we'll see how it goes. Personally, if you ask me, even though I am excited for WrestleMania, I do feel like they should have pushed it back because at least if you pushed it back into the summer, it's still WrestleMania season. I mean, summer, spring, those are perfect times for WrestleMania, and it's like you're not being pushed to the fall. You know, just push it to the summer. You know, and
yeah,
it'll be good. But I'm not gonna let that ruin the show for me. You know.
I understand why people were saying push it back, but if you look at like how they're looking at it and you push that back, that's a lot of people's checks right there. They have
Mm-hmm.
to.
And
That's
it
like,
fucks up the whole schedule because then you got to
yeah,
push everything else back.
like you push back Mania, then here's the thing that would kill it, in my opinion, and everyone would start complaining. They push it back. They have to drag out all these storylines even more. You know, Brock and Drew, they'd have to drag it out more. Shayna and Becky have to drag it out more. Goldberg and Roman have to drag it out more. They'd have to drag them out so people would just start complaining again. Like, can you just end this? And it's like, well, yeah, we kind of can't because WrestleMania is still not here, and that's what we're building this to. Everyone's just going to start complaining again, and it's like there's no win. So if they push it back, everyone's going to be happy, but then people are going to complain because they have to drag out the storyline. They keep it how it is. People are going to complain because there's no fireworks, there's no empty. It's an empty arena. It doesn't look like a WrestleMania. People are going to complain saying they need to just push it back, but then they're in a 50-50. Like, if I go this way, this arm's gone. If I go this way, this side of me's gone.
Yeah, you push it to the summer though. You push it to the summer, it'll be the autumn slam, no longer the summer slam.
The autumn slam, but I understand why they didn't, and I don't blame them, but they are handling the situation better than I thought they would have. I thought they would have went panic mode, to be honest, but it is what it is, in my opinion. Like, I'm still gonna watch it. I'm still gonna watch TNA. I'm still gonna watch Ring of Honor. I was literally watching Ring of Honor today. They were having like an old Ring of Honor thing on NBC. And I was like, holy crap! And it was I only seen one match, and it was Scopes against some tag team. And it was a good match. See, I'm starting to realize how wrestling works. In my opinion, WWE is good for a lot of things. Their tag team might be the weakest. But Ring of Honor, their best thing is their tag team. AEW, their best thing is like putting on spot fests. TNA, their best thing is honestly storyline.
I was going to say TNA storylines, man, they're great.
Every promotion has something that they're good at. WWE is good with the women and good with putting on storyline at Mania. You know, TNA good with story. New Japan good with wrestling. AEW good with spot fest. Ring of Honor, they're good with tag teams. Like, their tag team division is loaded in Ring of Honor, and it sucks that people just want to just complain. But I can't change. No one can change the world. As in a quote from Ivan Moody, the lead singer of Five Finger Death Punch's new album. It's the one song.
Great.
Yeah, it was really good. You should listen to it if you can. The one song, let me look real quick. It's gonna tip my tongue because I didn't want to say, because I didn't want to say the wrong song. But their one song, is it Full Circle? Let me look. I had to turn it down so I don't get copyrighted.
My favorite song from that album is probably Fake. I love that song. And what's the other one? Nothing Left or something like that.
Inside Out.
Video.
Inside Out's a good one. It's Living the Dream.
So champagne.
That's an old one.
I'm living the good life.
Whoa, is this not it? Whoa, what song is it? Hold on. Not Inside Out, I know that. It's not Full Circle.
Hold on, did I miss an album? Because I'm thinking about the one with the guns in the front.
This is their new one that came out. It just came out. Oh, there, yeah, it is Full Circle. He says, I know I'm never going to change the world. I'm not sure what I can even, I'm not sure that I could even if I tried. And he says Full Circle. I know I'm never going to save the world, so I'll sit here laughing as it all goes by. That's basically all I can do. I'm not going to save the wrestling community. I just want to get it out there for people that may see that wrestling is a cancer, and like people podcast say it sucks, and then maybe someone finds mine and then they watch my stream and they see like I'm positive with it, I like it, and then they get back into it or they stay into it, because I hate to say it, a lot of wrestling fans will freaking take you out of it like that. because you say you like this but don't like that, then you immediately become a problem, and then they take that out on you, and then people are like, I don't want to watch this now because you literally just said I suck, I should go kill myself, I should go down a hole because I said this or that. And I'm just like,
Mm.
in every other thing where it's Pokemon, Yu-Gi-Oh, Halo, yeah, even Mortal Kombat, Dead Island, any type of game or thing that runs, you don't see them butt heads that much. You see them argue or see them have different opinions, but you don't see them people saying go kill yourself. You see that a lot in wrestling.
There's only a handful of things that have that toxic side to their fan base. Like, I would say wrestling's probably the strongest, unfortunately, because I've never really been around people that are really like, not everybody, but a lot of those toxic fans that will send you death threats. You say you like a show, you're screwed. You say you don't like a show, you're screwed. You say you're in the middle, you're screwed. So it's like, that's the most annoying thing about it. That's why I don't get on social media and say, hey, what do you guys think about SummerSlam? Because everybody's like, it sucked. But then I go, well, it was pretty decent for me. You don't know about wrestling. You call yourself wrestling. Well, you don't know about. I'm like, dude, this is getting old. And then the only other ones that really have those toxic sides of the fans is there are some music fans that act like they know everything and act like they have the best bands, and if you don't listen to them, then you're trash.
Mm-hmm.
And maybe Star Wars, because Star Wars fans are like, you suck if you don't like it. But like with wrestling, it's a big issue because
Kind of a big one too.
yeah, it's this. But I do want to say this: just form your own opinions. Do not let what 1,000 other people say affect your opinions, because 1,000 people are saying that Raw is trash right now, or SmackDown is trash, and I've seen clips, and I'm like, I think it's decent. So I
don't let us affect your opinion. Like watch it, like obviously watch this, and then see like we have positivity with it, so you should too. That's the thing. I just want people to realize is just have that positivity towards it. And obviously, not everyone's gonna do it. People are gonna complain. People are gonna whine and do whatever they want, say whatever they want. Because there's nothing that you can do. There's gonna be people who literally don't watch it. I guarantee you, there's people out there that don't watch it and will literally just say it sucks. And you're just sitting there like, you don't watch it? Yeah. Okay. What was the main event? Yeah, that's what I thought.
Yeah, man. I can't even name a spot. Like, from that Dolph match we watched years ago where the botch happened, I remember that still to this day, where he botched the step. He was supposed to jump on a step and go off into a zigzag, I think, and he botched it. I remember that,
On Corbin caught him.
Yeah, exactly. It was about to be a really bad botch, but it ended up being saved, I think.
Yeah, Corbin. If Corbin wouldn't have caught him, he would have definitely hit them steps.
Mm-hmm.
He would have.
I'm willing. I've been getting so much into wrestling that I was contemplating getting the network again because I want to try to get back into it, and that's the way that I could watch. I don't know. I hope they stream Raw and SmackDown on there, but I don't know if they do or not.
They have Raws and SmackDowns. It's like I haven't checked it in a while. But they all like when like two. I think what they do is like when a Raw passes the weight, and then when the other one comes out, it pops up the Raw or the SmackDown that you may miss.
Yeah. Plus, you're watching it only like a day late, and you're not getting any ads, so you're gonna watch it, and you're gonna watch. Really, it's only an hour and a half of just straight Raw, so it's a good deal, And I've been really wanting to get back into it because just watching a couple matches and seeing where it's at right now, it's interesting to me, man. And I guess I just really needed that long. It's been years since I've been to wrestling, so I took a long breath and break and just trying to collect myself. And I guess now I'm feeling like it's time to come back and really give it a shot again. So I'm really
that's the thing what I've noticed with wrestling. Like you can take a long period of break. I don't care who you are. But when you see it, you get an itch, and you're just like, I want to watch it again. And they go, come back.
Mm-hmm. Like you really can't. It's been there since I was a kid, so really, it's like you grew up with it. It's kind of hard to ignore it, It's just there.
It's like how horror movies are with you. Like it's been there since you were a kid. Me, what was there for me as a kid was Halo. Like
Mm-hmm.
Halo. I remember Halo 1 when it came out. I was like only a baby. I especially remember when Halo 2 came out, dude. When Halo 2 came out, the world like just stopped in
Mm-hmm.
the United States. Like it freaking stopped. And I remember because my brother hadn't, he played the frick out of that, and I played it too. I'd sneak into his room and play it on the Xbox. I had a PS2. Yeah,
And all of us PlayStation guys hated it because y'all had Halo to flex, and we didn't have anything to flex back with except for like God of War. And it's like you compare them both. I love God of War, but man, Halo is just such a great game. It was so salt, man. I was like, wow, we have nothing to come back with, you know.
that was the thing that skyrocketed.
We tried it, but a lot of them failed. We made like Halo hybrids for Sony, but it didn't really catch on.
Yeah, but that like I don't hate PlayStation. I have both. Like I prefer Xbox over PlayStation, but they have good games. Spider-Man, that Spider-Man game was fantastic. God of War, fantastic. All those games, they're exclusive, really good games. I don't have a problem with them. But yeah, man, like um, I think I think we good. I think we can wrap it up here. I don't know. You got any final words of wisdom for the wrestling people?
Uh,
Oh no, he froze, I think. Oh no. Oh no. I think my man may have froze. Um well, since he kind of froze, this thing I never dealt with. So since he kind of froze, I'm gonna end it. He'll probably text me or something. But um yeah. Thank you all for watching. Have a great day. Sorry he kind of froze, and you get a good little picture, make a meme out of it. But yeah, man. I'll see you guys later. Sorry, horror boy, you kind of just frozen. Oh, and he's gone. Okay. Well, I'll see y'all later. Have a good day. Stay safe.